This is lovely.
And we're going live now.
Okay. I legitimately got scared because I thought it muted me.
It did
It's all good.
Okay. Okay, and now I'm gonna just do that. Yeah, I can still hear me, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to make sure that if I locked my screen, it wouldn't like kick me out of the call and say "fuck you."
It's cool. This has been the entirety of the confusion is these 4 seconds, so it's not a problem. You know what I mean? We can
Oh,
go
yeah.
Is it
forward.
like this every time you guys do a podcast?
No, I swear to God, it's
No.
not.
No.
No,
But it's
no,
rare
no.
that one of our hosts is the comedy. You know what I mean?
Damn, are you saying that none of us are funny? Is that what you're trying to say?
Intentionally? Never.
Wow.
By the way, do we have an update on where Shy is?
Shai's probably not gonna be here.
Ooh,
Right.
Oh, I guess the 3 of us, it shall be.
The 3
There
of
you go.
us. Oh, wait. Is Jason
Right,
being a
4.
gremlin today?
I think he might. I don't know, but now that Shy's not here, he could talk about how he feels that he's a little fat.
Yeah. Definitely.
Right, Jay, you feeling a little fat? You feeling a little
Hey,
fat and ugly today?
I through diet and a good doctor, I brought my A1C from 13 2 years ago to 7.3 today.
I don't
What
know
does
what the
that
fuck
mean?
he just said, but okay.
Yeah, what does that mean?
I'm no longer considered diabetic, you know?
Oh, okay. Oh, well done.
Yeah.
Congrats.
So I don't know.
Would it be inappropriate for me to say go and eat a candy bar to celebrate?
Heck yeah.
Probably.
If I eat a candy bar, I won't lose a toe for it, that's for sure. So that's exciting.
Awesome.
Congrats.
But I don't know. Welcome everybody to what are we doing? Welcome to Inspirations Beyond Disabilities, where we discuss disabilities in a clear and rational and honest way. I like that. We create empathy and honesty through long form conversation. I'm joined by Ezric, Kai, and our new friend Claire. You can find Claire on TikTok anywhere you find blind conversation. She's kind of like the superstar of our atmosphere. So we're excited to have her here. I'm going to turn it over to Kai and Ezric. I'm going to turn it over to Kai so she can say what she needs to say, and then I'll turn it over to Ezric after that.
Oh, goodness gracious. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Firstly, Claire, I'm such a huge fan and I'm so excited that I get to meet you. Oh my God. I feel like I should have done this before the live stream, but you know what? I'm sure they're okay with it because they can all relate. I'm so excited to talk to you. This is amazing. Second one, welcome to Unsubscribe. Third one, Jason, Ezric, Claire thinks that I'm the funny one, and I just wanted to brag about that real quick. And fourthly, Ezric, take it away.
Okay, so to the whole Claire thinks you're funnier, I'm not mad at it, only because thanks, Rocco. Just thanks. I'm not mad at it because of the simple fact that I don't know, Jason swears it was you that said it. You swear that it was him, but whoever said it, we're the twins. You and I are one and the same, so I'm not mad at it.
Could have been you who said it, honestly.
Honestly, I don't know, but we're the twins, so if she thinks you're funny, that means she thinks I'm funny.
Okay.
Not really.
Oh, okay. Ouch, and ouch.
I just don't think he knows how upfront his New York personality is and how that doesn't really translate globally. You know what I mean?
Yeah. There's I have a few American friends and they struggle with our humor, like in the nicest possible way. I feel Americans' humor is a bit more simple than what ours is, but no, I definitely did say that she's the funny one.
Can I just say this? In other words, she's calling us dumb. She's calling our humor dumb.
No, not dumb. You just don't get the English humor.
I mean, I'm calling our humor dumb.
Well, what I like to say about English humor is that it's more crowd-based. We don't get it individually. We don't understand Monty Python if we watch it alone. But if we
Mm.
watch it with a group of people and know what they're laughing at, we laugh at it too. And then from there we get it, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
I think that the main thing to consider is that your girl got global approval,
Mhm.
and that means I don't know what that means, but I just wanted to bring it up.
Worldwide status. You are
Right.
funny worldwide.
Across the pond.
That's the one right there.
We need some sort of badge.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yes.
UK approved.
It's like USDA approved, but now it's
UK
just
approved.
UK approved.
I'll get
Yeah.
a badge and stitch it onto my jacket.
Well, I used to
The sad
think
thing is she will.
I used to think the UK was this small place, but then I realized like Canada and Australia are part of it. So the UK gets props. They're bigger than I thought they were. They're way bigger than us, you know.
Can I just say, you know, the UK is big when their commonwealths have commonwealths.
But American
Okay.
humor for you. Did you get it, Claire?
No. To be honest, when it comes to things like commonwealths and that, I'm gone. I'm out of there. I have no
I
idea
love
what you're
it.
talking about.
Wow.
Yeah.
The
I'm
borough
not
said
the
what?
brightest spark in the box. Let's
No, I
just put
love
it that way.
I love it. Borough humor.
So, before we jump into today's magnificent topic, just want to warn everybody out there, we are going to be talking about, self-esteem. We're definitely going to be talking about body image and, body positivity and all that. We're also going to talk about fitness. So if that does, trigger you, step out. But if you do want to learn something and gain something from today's conversation, I do advise you, you guys stick around and definitely listen. I'm sorry that I just jumped in and cut Kai off if Kai was going to say something.
Nope.
Beautiful. Okay. So that being said, Claire, I know one of the first videos that was really circling of yours, at least that we all remember, and as far as the podcast goes, is unfortunately it was the one where somebody was being very rude and saying, that you were ugly or some stupid shit like that. And honestly, one that upset all of us, because as people that can actually have all of us here still have some sight to some extent. Mm-hmm. And we can obviously tell you that you are absolutely gorgeous. So this person must be blinder than us. But that being said, it does make a point to discuss how that when comments like that are said, because we can't see ourselves, it sticks with us. That other person's opinion that really shouldn't matter, sticks more than it would to the average person, because we value a sighted person's opinion, because we can't really give, I guess, an opinion on our aesthetic, our visual aesthetic.
Yeah.
So my first question is, one, if it's not too much to ask, how did that video make you feel when, that comment make you feel when you first came across it?
I get those comments quite a lot. And had that have been said to me 10 years ago, it would have really affected me. But I think now, when I get negative comments about my looks from someone I don't know, I don't let it bother me. I just think, you don't know me. I don't know if it's because of sight loss, but to me, someone is beautiful, attractive if they are a decent person on the inside, and that person doesn't know me on the inside, so therefore they cannot pass judgment on me. They've purely judged me on what I look like. And it's the cliche saying, you don't judge a book by its cover. So now those kind of comments, any kind of negative comment, I don't let it faze me, because I just think, I don't know you. I'm never going to see you again. pun intended, never going to see you again in my life. So it doesn't actually bother me. You say what you want.
You know what? I love that perspective, especially because I think I've told Kai and I think I've told Jason this. I like to consider myself more of a person who's sapiosexual. It's a person who, you know, kind of looks more towards, you know, somebody's personality. Like you said, if they have a decent personality, that's what really makes them beautiful.
Yeah.
And, you know, it amazes me that you're also here talking about this, because yes, we talk about it here and there, you know, how we all look at people for them and whatnot, but half of us will still admit, yo, we asked our friend, oh, do they look good? You know what I mean? I totally get it. So I don't know. Kai, have you had an instance like this where somebody in your friend group, your family group has said something about your image and it's just brought you down because, you know, yes, you know, I think we've spoken about this. Yes, you could still see yourself, but there's still those moments where you feel like their opinion values more because they could see a little bit better.
You know, the fact is, while I still have enough vision to see what I look like, I can't see what I can't see, and I don't know what I don't know. So I'm sure there are probably little details that maybe I can't see as well as, you know, the average fully sighted person. So back in the day, I feel like I'm plosiving bad as shit. Back in the, oh God, I acknowledged it. Okay, anyway, back in the day, I feel like maybe it would have really bothered me, but I think as I get older, I just kind of realize that like everyone's gonna have something to say no matter what. I don't like, there's never been a time when someone didn't have something to say. And I've gone through a lot of like different kind of like fashion phases, if you will, and someone always had something to say. So I was like, you know, if I like it, I like it. I don't know. I don't really care about sighted people's opinion anymore. Does that make sense?
Like, don't you find that for me, I found the more sight I lose, the less I care on people's opinions on me, because like you say, no matter what you do in life, someone's always going to judge you for a part of it. You're never going to please everybody.
Exactly.
Be it what your face looks like, what your hair color is, what you're wearing, what color your white cane is. Someone's going to have something to say.
Right.
But the goal isn't to be beautiful to everyone. It's to be beautiful to that one, right? Or two, or
to yourself.
100.
As
That's
long as
true.
you're happy with yourself and you know that you're a good person and your intentions are good, then what else would matter? Like, to me, I just think as long as I know I'm being the best person that I can be for myself and I'm being the best person for my daughter, then all's good.
Exactly.
That is
like
true.
that.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I wasn't put on this planet to be aesthetically pleasing to everybody. I was put on this planet to be me. And if you don't like it, I don't care.
Right on.
There's a phrase that I tell a lot of my friends that like are facing negative comments on TikTok, and it's like, if they're not feeding you, financing you, fucking you, they don't mean shit. Their opinion doesn't matter. Like, you know, their comment is here today and by choice of you could be gone tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
You know, yes, it's hurtful now, but at the end of the day, you know, they're not doing shit for you. You're not seeing them. They're, you know what I mean?
Yep.
But to answer the question that I've been asking you guys, so for me, I've had growing up in a Hispanic household, you always get these comments of like, oh, you're getting fat. Oh my God, you're getting skinny. Like, you know, it's always comments on your weight. Or another thing that my siblings will do is like, let's say I haven't gotten a haircut in a couple days and it's like my hair looks a little bit wild. Oh my God, you look like a hobo. And I'm like, ouch. Like, don't get me wrong. I know they're joking around, but because of the simple fact that I can't really see what I look like, I don't know exactly what, you know, my body looks like to them. Like I can feel what my body looks like. It doesn't look fat to me. It doesn't look skinny to me either, but you know, I can feel what my body looks like, and that's not enough compared to the fact that they see everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when those comments get to me, it's like, damn, so what do I need to do to change about this? And it gets you really like into yourself in a very bad way, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And I just wanted to know if one, you know, you guys have come across that where it's like, damn, now I need to, you know, because of these opinions coming across, like for me, it was, I came out of college and I had what they would call the freshman 15, or for me, I guess it was the freshman and sophomore 25, because I went in about 160 pounds, came out within 2 years, 186 pounds, which, you know, it doesn't sound like much, but it's still pretty bad to gain like 26 pounds within a matter of 2 years. So, you know, I came back home and everybody was like, oh, you're getting so fat. And it really got to me to the point where I started, I went to the gym occasionally. And what I started doing more was walking more. I started walking everywhere. Like instead of taking the train, if I knew I can walk there instead of taking the train and the weather was nice, I'd suck it up. But I just wanted to know, like, for you guys, has, you know, weight and weight statements have gotten to you?
For me, definitely. I used to weigh 266 pounds.
Wow.
And I've lost 160 pounds.
Wow.
So
that's incredible. First off, like, you don't hear that every day. So that's
no. I mean, that weight loss was over a 5-year period, but that 5-year period was also the most drastic sight loss period of my life. So as the weight was coming off, my eyesight was also deteriorating. The two were not linked, just like to make that clear, because there's a lot of people who like to tell me that they're linked. So I couldn't see the changes in my body. I could only feel it. And I'm now at a stage where I've maintained that weight, but I still can't see what my body looks like, but I can feel that loose skin. Now, when you can see something, you might look at it and think, actually, that doesn't look too bad, but I can't see that to know that. So in my head, it looks horrific. It feels horrific to me. I mean, my boyfriend and my daughter are constantly telling me, you look fine. It's absolutely fine. It's normal. But in my head, I've just got this picture of the most disgusting body ever. And that is probably my biggest hang up.
No, I totally get it. For me, so I don't know if it's because of the sheer amount of times that I went to the gym and then stopped going to the gym, but I have stretch marks around my the upper area of my biceps. And to me, they feel gross. Like legitimately, one of them, I can stick my whole finger in and it feels like I'm just playing with silly putty.
Yeah.
And I'm very self-conscious about it. But a lot of people, sometimes they tell me, oh, you don't see it. Sometimes they tell me, holy crap, you do. So I don't even know anymore. Like, it's just like, I'm so ashamed of it that I go to the beach, I'm wearing a t-shirt. I'm wearing a t-shirt and I'm making sure that my arms are hidden. Like at least the upper part of my arms are hidden. Cause it's like, do they see it today? Do they not see it today?
But you know, when they get tanned, they do hide. Like, after I had my daughter, I had loads of stretch marks and I still had eyesight. But when I got tanned, you couldn't see them. But then when I wasn't tanned, like my skin's white and they're silver, and it's like, oh yeah, they're definitely there. But when you're tanned, you can't see them.
Good to know. So piece of advice is hit the beach, people.
Yeah, get a tan before you go to get a tan.
Sorry, Kai, there's no beaches by you.
I know it.
Boy,
What
God made tanning beds and tanning sprays.
Word.
Yeah. Go find a lake.
There's a hair on my microphone.
That's charming.
Isn't it?
It is.
I understand. I have a detached retina in my right eye, And I was at a party once and somebody stopped me and said, "What's wrong with your eyes?" And I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "One pupil is huge and the other isn't. That's weird." And I didn't know my eyes did that. And I didn't know that people would notice that, because I generally don't look at the pupils of people's eyes. I never thought they were looking at mine, you know? And that felt weird to me, that somebody was actually like judging me entirely based on what my eyes were doing, you know? And that was one of those I'm not going to give a shit about other people's opinions moments for me, you know, because I had to.
Yeah, good. Because something
I mean,
like
like,
that can make you feel really self-conscious, can't it?
Yeah, not something I can work on, but something that's just me.
Yeah.
Something that I know somebody else might find actually endearing because it
Mm.
happens. That person didn't. So I don't need to associate myself with that opinion, you know?
it's funny that you mentioned that because I had an eye doctor's appointment on Thursday, and I was talking to my doctor because I also have retinal detachment in my right eye, and I never had the eye nucleated. I never had it like removed, so it's still, you know, just like you, it's still my original eye, and because of that, you know, the eye is kind of like to the side. The pupil is kind of to the side. It tries to track the other eye as much as it can, but it's not that great. There's a lot of cataracts formed around the eye, so it's very white, and it's also shrink. And the eyeball has shrunk a little bit. It's not that noticeable, but you know, it's noticeable enough that the doctors, you know, had mentioned that it did shrink. And it's made me think, like, I really want to get it nucleated just so that I can, one, be that one blind guy that can pull out their prosthetic eye and be like, I got my eye on you. But two, so I can just have that, you know, sense of mind of knowing, okay, I don't have to tilt my head to the right in photos so that you don't see my right eye. Like, you know, I don't have to do all these crazy things so that I'm hiding this imperfection that I'm self-conscious about, and there's nothing I can do about it. Like, yes, I know, you know, Jason said, you know, that he's accepted it and doesn't even care anymore. But, you know, there's some of us that still kind of like not value, but like, I come from a very image forward family. So like caring about what other people think is something that we constantly find ourselves doing. Like, I cannot leave my house without looking somewhat decent. Like, if I look like a hot mess, I'm like, in my head, I can already hear my mother or my grandmother yelling at me, like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
I make it a test. If somebody's like, "What's wrong with your pupils?" I go, "Oh, you're not somebody I need to know," and I move on. You know what I mean? The people that matter when their opinions affect you like that, that's something different, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I just say I embrace my imperfections, and I always say to others, our imperfections are what make us perfect.
You know what? I love that. I love that because we gotta. I'm one of those people that, like, when I get into this is gonna, like, outing myself a little bit, but when I get into a relationship with somebody, I love to find the one thing that they're very self-conscious of and make that my favorite thing. I don't know why, but it's like, one, it's giving them a boost of confidence, and two, it's, you know, you're loving something that not everybody would. I don't know how to explain it, but it's like for example, me, I have a big ass nose. Like, it's not huge, but I got some pretty like fat nostrils.
I had no idea.
Shut up.
I had no idea.
How big are we talking?
I had no idea.
What can you fit up there? You know,
Right.
just so I know how big we're talking.
Right.
I think maybe an American sized dime, or maybe a nickel. I don't know.
Like a peanut M&M or an almond M&M?
I'm mad we're really talking about what I can shove up my nose. Okay, no, the point that I'm trying to make is,
Sorry,
if a female was to go,
That's cool.
oh my God, you know, you
I'm
have
full
like the
hazelnut,
cutest,
though.
this motherfucker. if a girl was to go to me and go, oh my God, you have like the cutest nose, and I continue telling them I hate my nose, and they continue to tell me that, it one makes me feel good. And I'm sure to them, it's making them feel good that they're making me feel good. You know what I mean? So I love being that person that actually does that.
It's good.
He likes opening up, vulnerability, trust. Very sapiosexual.
So now to the whole issue of like, I know we were talking about body image, and when we do see something that we don't like and want to make a difference, like
15.
Claire said, you know, she went from 260 to 100 pounds, which holy fuck. Like yes, that was over 5 years, but still, that is fucking brilliant. What for some of us, I know going to the gym is difficult. Like, what advice do you have? Like, one, what struggles have you had in your weight loss journey? And two, what are some advice that you would give to somebody who is blind or visually impaired and going through that same journey?
It's really hard because I'm not someone that goes to the gym. That there's a lot I will do, and I will push my boundaries. You know, I'm happy to board a plane on my own and fly to America. I'm happy to get on the underground in London on my own, but I will not go to a gym. There is just something about that I cannot do. We're very fortunate. We have a gym set up at home, so I can work out at home. But my weight loss was whilst my sight loss was happening. So I did start a gym, but I didn't then go because I felt so conscious of the way I was looking. And, you know, you get these proper hotties in there. And I just thought, oh my God, everyone's staring at me. I'm the fat one. I don't want to be that one. So I stopped going, and I just purely did my diet based on food and calorie deficit, but with no exercise. Well, say no exercise, I'd go for a walk, or I'd like run around the block that I lived on. But then as my eyesight got worse, I suffered with night blindness, and I would only go running at night so no one would see me. I couldn't do that. So then I did like workout DVDs at home. And back then I lived on my own with my daughter. I didn't have money, so I couldn't buy weights and stuff like that. I would literally use what I had in the house, like liters of water I would be lifting to try and help that. But I also found, and I don't know if anyone else found this, as my sight loss started to go, my appetite also did. And someone raised a really good question the other day, is like, does food taste different now? And when I thought about it, I thought, I'm not as hungry, but is that because I cannot see the food? So
okay, so I'm actually glad you mentioned that, because I think me and Kai spoke about this privately, but I don't know if it's that I'm, you know, like my ADHD makes it hard for me to eat, or my blindness makes it hard for me to eat, but I have like the shittiest appetite. So it's either I'm not hungry at all almost all day, or like my body's telling me I'm hungry, but my brain is going, no, you're good. So what I find myself barely eating throughout the day unless I use cannabis, and then that opens up my appetite, and I'm like a fucking monster, and I'll eat my whole fridge out. But it brings a point that like certain foods to us, I think we spoke about this on the podcast as well, is like, because of our blindness, certain foods don't hit the same way it would naturally. And it's because we're more focused now on the textures, the smells, we're more in tune with the taste. Like I think I've said this a numerous amounts of times on the podcast. I don't like peanut butter. I cannot stand peanut butter. And the main reason I've learned this is it's the smell. Something about the smell throws it off for me.
Yeah.
So,
Most dog treats are peanut butter flavored, so I could see where you would put those two together. There's a suntan lotion that smells like coconut, and to this day I can't eat coconut because it tastes like suntan lotion to me, See,
I hate the smell of bacon when it's cooking, so I cannot eat bacon.
What?
just don't like bacon because I don't like the smell of it. But if someone's
I
put
can
it in
see
a
that.
dish and I haven't smelt it being cooked, I'll eat it.
I can see that.
Okay. I was about to fight with you because I thought you were about to go like, I can't stand bacon at all. I was like, no.
Hey, we're giving you the space to not enjoy peanut butter when one of the things in my life is peanut butter milkshakes. That's what I love, you know?
Listen, I get the beneficial purposes of peanut butter because it has protein and all that. Like, listen, I'm not knocking peanut butter. I just personally can't do it. Like, the smell of it makes me nauseous. Same with nacho cheese Doritos. Like, ugh.
Oh, they're the best.
No, they are
Open
not
that
the
bag
best.
and you just get this waft of cheesy feet.
Oh
Yum.
my gosh, yeah.
No, oh God. Yeah. Okay.
Now, if you were gonna say the ranch or whatever, Cool Ranch flavor, that smell hits you.
See, that one I
we-
can tolerate. The
We don't have
nacho
that
cheese
flavour
one
here.
smells like feet and diarrhea,
no?
and it's just like no for me.
Wait, we found a divide across the board. Wait, you don't have Cool Ranch Doritos?
No, they're called Cool, but they're not ranch flavored.
Oh,
Yeah, we don't
right.
have ranch over here, but it is one of my favorite sauces. So I wish we did.
That was perfect. I just
I don't know
found out.
why when she said that, all I could think of is the British girl on TikTok that does the videos of her eating a bunch of American foods.
Oh yeah.
Can't remember her name, but she was like so obsessed with ranch for like the beginning of me being on TikTok. I will never forget.
Right. She taught me that it's called American in other places because ranch is such a bad term.
Ranch.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
we don't have it over here. So whenever I come to America, I always bring bottles of the stuff back. Hope it doesn't explode in my case, but so far it hasn't.
Oh
I
God.
love that. We'll have to get you a recipe so you can make it yourself.
I have tried. I bought when I the year before we went into lockdown, I could only get sachets and you mix it with I think it was like sour cream or something. But it didn't taste the same. It didn't hit the same. It was, in fact, it was worse than, yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry about that.
That's okay. That wasn't your fault.
Partially, but I'll advocate for it.
Oh, thanks.
Ranch across the pond. We need to do that.
We need that. We need
for
that.
better relations. We need ranch across the pond.
Definitely.
Right. And maybe we can get blood pudding.
Ew, no one needs that. No.
What about spotted dick?
We do
Oh, that
enjoy
is
a
good.
Cornish game hen from now and then.
Oh, what?
A Cornish game hen.
What's that?
Oh, little bird.
Oh, like game pie?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
Let's just say yes, because I have no idea what that is. But I love learning it. These are things I'm going to order when I go out or look for on menus because I love doing that stuff.
You know what I keep seeing, and every time I see them, I'm like, what is that? Just like a zebra cake? What is it? The Jaffa cakes? Every time I see that, all I think of is like a zebra cake, and I know it's not.
Yeah, you don't really have anything similar over there.
No. Like I said, the closest thing I could think of is a zebra cake, which is like, it's a white and chocolate cake that is like drizzle. I don't know how to explain it. It's just like a weird.
I've had zebra cake. Yeah, it's not. I need to send you guys some. Then you're missing out. You are missing out.
What are we talking about?
Jaffa cakes.
Jaffa cakes. What?
Yeah.
Let's get those like across the pond.
A little sponge cake with a jello. You call it jello. We call it jelly. A jello sort of thing covered in chocolate.
We call it jelly.
Okay, jelly.
Jelly
That's your jam. Jelly's jam, isn't it?
Yes.
The wibbly wobbly.
Tomato, potato.
But it all goes in a donut really nice.
So yeah. So yeah, I need to send you guys some so then you can try them.
I love that. Love that. But that's part of for me getting back to a relationship with food. It's finding exciting flavors, you know, and creating things myself like fudge or brownies. What did I made chocolate chip cookies. I made peanut butter fudge. Didn't like the fudge so much, so I broke it up and made fudge cookies, chocolate chip cookies, but with fudge, and those were good. But it's spending the time making the food, the chili, the spices, making it taste good to me, and then
Yeah.
finding out other people are like, wow, that's really good. Can you make that again? And then suddenly I'm excited to cook, which means I'm eating more. And it's just about a relationship with food, because I use food as it's like a cutting technique for me, because if I'm hungry, I'm not thinking about my problems. I'm only thinking about being hungry. And so getting back to a relationship with food was really tough for me, you know?
Oh, I'm glad you found enjoyment in cooking. That's certainly something I've done as well. Like it helps with my anxiety. I
Mhm.
mean, it
The
stresses me
total
out when I'm
opposite.
doing it, but it also helps. I feel quite like at peace when I'm in the kitchen. It just takes so much time and effort when you can't see what you're doing.
Right. It helps not to have anyone around you, so you can take a half hour to fill the measuring cup the way you need, you know?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that's too much butter. Go away.
It's funny
I
that you
just
guys
love
say
how
that it gives you, calm and relaxement.
Hmm.
I am just anxious the whole time. I'm like, am I gonna burn this?
Yeah, try burning something and figuring out how to put it out, and then suddenly you're not worried about fires again, you
yeah.
know?
I've been there. I've been there,
Me
and
too.
that's
Me too.
why I kind of still have this anxiety.
Yeah. I left a pan on for like an entire day until it popped and cracked on my stove. You know, I've done things like that.
Yeah.
I filled
I
my
burnt
apartment
cinnamon
with smoke,
rolls.
but I got past it. I tried it again until I didn't burn the cinnamon rolls, and then I liked the cinnamon rolls I made. Nobody else liked them. They were too dry and overcooked, but I didn't burn them.
There you go.
Hmm.
And see, I do all the cooking in our house. So I enjoy making, like, my daughter's lactose intolerant and my boyfriend is on like a really strict diet. So the other night I made him a red pepper pasta and I made
Ooh.
her a vegan carbonara. And people are just like, oh, how can you do that? You're blind. I can't even do that.
Mm.
She's like, well, I did have to start at 2 o'clock in the afternoon to feed them by 6, but I still did it.
That's right. Time and necessity creates food, you know? I have to have it done. It'll get done. I don't know how I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. What is a pepper pasta?
So it's just roasted red peppers with onion and garlic, and then you blend it up with tomatoes. And that's
Okay.
the base of your sauce with salt, pepper, and basil, and just over some pasta.
Mm, okay. What kind of
Quite
pasta?
nice. He had, I think it was just spaghetti.
Okay. I mean, was it like a certain wheat or um for gluten, anything special?
No, just
No.
normal dry
Nice.
cook pasta.
Perfect. Okay, I'm just questioning it because I'm looking for a new pasta personally.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's Italian, so it's really hard for me to cook pasta dishes for him because everything will get compared to what his mum makes, and
Mm,
it'll never compare.
right. Welcome to being a wife. My mom made the worst food, and then my wife made the best food. You know, my
Oh,
mom made the best food until my wife made the best food. Then my mom suddenly couldn't make anything that I liked.
oh,
So
Uh-oh.
I have to ask, Kai, right? I
So
know you try your hardest to combat like weight loss and stuff, because
30.
not not for reasons of people judging you, just because I think you said it yourself, it's you wanting to make a difference.
yeah.
But one thing that we have always spoken of is the struggles of being a blind person, getting to the gym, getting help at the gym. Another one is getting the motivation to go, because it's like Claire said, is is somebody there gonna judge me?
Right.
So what do you have to say about all that? Like, rant on, girl.
Huh. So let's see. Okay. So when it comes to appearance, as we said before, I personally, if I can work on something about myself, I will. Like I can't change the fact that my eyes move, but I can change the fact that I'm chubby if I really try. At least I think I can. And so I'm gonna try to work on that a bit more. I've been naturally losing weight throughout, like, since I've moved into my own apartment because I can have only my food in the fridge and I can do things on my schedule without somebody in my face. So I've been, according to other people, which I don't know if this is a blind thing or just a body dysmorphia. I'm not going to claim to have body dysmorphia, but other people have like noticed weight loss in me, I suppose, and I haven't necessarily noticed it in myself. But early last month, I did start to really try because if I was like, if I can lose it naturally, I wonder what I could do if I actually applied myself. Um, so I started to just kind of change little things here and there because, like you had said, because of my ADHD, my body does not tell me when I'm hungry, or at least my brain doesn't. And so throughout the day, I don't eat. And it's not because of anything like mental, like, it's not anything dramatic. Like I refuse to eat. It's literally just I don't
You have to
think
have the
about food.
motivation to eat.
I,
You have to
yeah,
exactly.
eating is a
I totally
chore.
get it. It's just like with the insomnia. It's like you have to have that moment of hunger. You have to have that moment of sleep. And if you don't take advantage of it, the moment will pass and you will be fucked.
Yeah, like it's a chore. But also, I related with Jason on the thing, and Jason and I used to talk about this on Zoom all the time. Before that, my body would tell me that I was hungry, and if I felt fine, I would eat. And if I was like depressed or I was stressed out or something, I would refuse to eat because I would rather think about the fact that my collarbones hurt because I'm so hungry than think about what's actually wrong, which is not a good thing. That is not a flex. That is not a coping mechanism. That is just something that I used to use as like a tool
Mhm.
to kind of diffuse whatever other situation I was working on, if that makes sense. So I've had a bit of a weird go with food, um, but it's not anything like crazy. I wouldn't say I have like a super unhealthy relationship with food in general. It's just eating is a fucking chore. I don't know. I don't know if that makes sense. But when it comes to the gym, I did try to start going to the gym and I really like going. At first I didn't want to go because I was or am the chubby one. Everyone there is fit. Everyone there is like, muscular and thin. And I didn't want to be the one who everyone looked at who was like fighting for her life on the stair stepper, who's got like a bunch of extra weight and they would judge me and like, you know, but I realized that if you are the kind of person who's going to look at another person in the gym trying to better themselves, no matter what they look like, and you judge them, you're a fucking asshole, dude. Don't you have something better to do? Like, get a hobby. I don't know. Like, it just doesn't, because maybe they do. Maybe I get to the gym and people judge me often. And honestly, fuck you. Like, it's not my concern. I did not come here to look sexy for you. I came here to look sexy for me. Thank you. Um, so, I'm not saying that that's because that's a perfectly rational reason to not want to go. There are so many people who don't go for that reason and for other reasons. Getting to the gym, transportation, that is literally such a hard thing. I had a friend tell me the other day that he was not going to take me to the gym if I was trying to lose weight. And I was like, what the hell is that? And he was like, well, I just don't want to be complicit in that behavior. I was like, trying to get to a healthy weight is not a fucking crime. But I'm not going to get into that here. That is for another time. But essentially, transportation is definitely a challenge, and I'm actively trying to figure out how I can get to the gym every day after work without absolutely breaking my wallet with lifts. So that is going to be a challenge, but I do enjoy it. And I hope I can keep doing it. And I hope that I can maybe see some results. Either way, I mean, mentally, I'm doing better. Did I answer any of your fucking questions, bro? I'm
No,
sorry.
you did. You
Okay.
did. And you brought me to a lovely point of like getting there. So I'm fortunate enough that I live in a city that's their public transportation system is moderately reliable and super, you know, decent, you know? Nonetheless, you know, I don't have that excuse of I can't get to the gym, but what I do have is working on the machines. Like, honestly, I have this anxiety of like, if I set the weight wrong and the machine breaks, I'm now responsible. Fuck, you know? So going alone is another thing that I struggle with. So finding somebody to go with you to help you out, to one, not only like help you use the machines and whatnot, but to also give you that motivation and that boost that we all need when we're at the gym. Hello?
Was that a question?
Hmm?
Well, yeah, no, I can relate to that. I think that trying to figure out form, you know, whenever I'm working out, if my form is shit, I probably won't know. And then like how to work the machines. I honestly should have done that thing that you do when you get like the tour and they kind of show you what everything does and how to do it. But I don't like to people. So I just try to figure it out on my own, which, you know, if that goes horribly wrong someday, I'll just never come back and it'll be friggin' fine. I don't know. It's a horrible way to deal with it. Don't be like me. That wasn't a fart. That was my chair. I promise.
No, but like for me, I've managed to, when I do actually decide to go back to the gym, and when I like, because I go through like moments of like, oh, I'll go, and then I'll go for like maybe a month and a half, and then I'll stop. But when I do that,
Do.
of course, you child. When I do that, I usually have a friend to accompany me or a family friend that I know is gonna, you know, one, motivate me, and two, help me use the machine so that I'm not breaking shit. I'm not, you know, but it's like, I shouldn't have to do that. You know, I shouldn't have to worry about that. I shouldn't have to think, damn, let me have this home gym so I don't have to worry about these issues. One thing I did think about, and I think I told you this, and I'm sure it shouldn't be that big of a deal. Granted, I'm pretty sure the staff at the gym might make it a big deal, but if we were to go into a gym, cane in hand, and ask them, hey, listen, I'm legally blind. I unfortunately don't have anybody to accompany me. Is there a way that we could set up a schedule for somebody, you know, for one of your employees to, one, just be on the floor and just assist me with setting up the machines, and maybe, you know, give me advice on my form if necessary, you know, if that's possible. Because, you know, just like anybody else, we deserve the right and the ability to enjoy the gym just like a sighted person would.
See, for me, when I asked that question, because I thought if someone can help me, that will get rid of that anxiety, because it's all the buttons and the stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
They told me the only way that I could do that was to pay for a personal trainer for the hour who would literally follow me around pressing the buttons. And I was just thinking, well, you know, the gym membership itself is a lot, and now on top of that I've got to pay for a trainer who's not necessarily training me, they're just pressing the buttons for me. And
see,
you don't want to have
point,
to keep
I would argue that, like, I don't know what form of disability rights you guys have in the UK, but, you know, I would make an ADA claim if that were to happen to me, because you're kind of getting a personal trainer, but it really isn't a personal trainer, because a personal trainer is somebody that'll sit with you on every machine and guide you through every fucking workout. No, all we're asking is, hey, can you set the weight to what I need and just tell me exactly what it is I'm doing, and you can walk away. You can go walk away and clean what it is you need to clean, do what it is you need to do. And when I'm done, I'll you know, say your name, and you can come and appear and just guide me to the next machine. It's not like I'm asking you to, you know, completely spend the whole hour with me throughout my whole workout. No, I'm just asking you to, you know, calmly walk me through my circuit without, you know, guiding me through it. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah.
No, I agree, but that's why I was just like, you know, I'm not doing it. I'd rather just struggle at home and make do with what I've got at home. See, a lot of our gyms are like a pay-as-you-go gym. You swipe in, and there's normally one member of staff there. That's it. And they're just kind of there just to make sure, like for health and safety reasons. The 24-hour gyms, they don't even have any staff there. So like, it would just be like, well, I wouldn't be able to go if there was no member of staff there. And then I'd be asking random people. Well, I wouldn't even know if anyone was in there. You know, if I went at 11 o'clock at night, I'd be like, hello, anyone here? I wouldn't know. I don't know if the gyms in America are like the same as over here, but they're the way that our gyms have gone. If I think back to when I first started losing weight and how manned they were, and that there was always someone walking around cleaning the equipment, or, you know, just putting the weights back where they should be, because a lot of people just leave them on the floor, to when my site started going, it was just hugely different.
Gotcha. Out here, we do, it's almost about the same situation, especially now with COVID, you know, less employees there. But I still feel like we do deserve, you know, the ability to use the gym like anybody else and not have to pay exorbitant fees on a personal trainer or exorbitant fees on exercise equipment in the house, because during the height of the pandemic, my mother actually bought a Bowflex, like an elliptical. And do we even use this machine? Barely, just barely. And this machine costed us almost, I think, like about $1,000, maybe $600, somewhere around there. And that's not cheap. That's not cheap. When I could have just went to a gym and used that same machine for what, $10 a month. But because I can't see the machine to press the buttons and know how to work it, or because they won't allow me to come in with a bunch of bump dots and adapt the machine for myself, I can't enjoy it the way everybody else does. And this is something that one needs to be, you know, solved, because a lot of, like we said in the beginning, a lot of us who are visually impaired struggle with self-esteem issues, struggle with body image issues. And it's because of the simple fact that, you know, people constantly are always talking about, you know, image and the way people look, and that's never going to change. But on top of that, you have, you know, the simple fact that you can't see what you look like. So whatever they say sticks. You know, whether we choose to say we brush it off or not, it's still eventually, some of that still rubs off on you, and you still think about it like, damn, does my eye move that far to the right? You know, am I that overweight? I don't feel that overweight to myself, but maybe I look that overweight, you know, like, so because of things like this, we deserve the ability to actually work on some of the stuff that we can change, and just like anybody else.
Yeah. Maybe they're in the mindset that they think, oh, because you can't see what you look like, you don't care what you look like.
Or that you want to know.
Exactly, which is stupid in itself.
I got a challenge for you, Ezric, when you're ready for it.
What's up?
I just want you to drink one less soda and do one sit-up and never do less.
Okay.
Okay. Just do one sit-up and never do less than one. Never do less. Never do less than the day you did before.
Okay. It's not a bad try. Maybe I'll get rid of some of this gut that I have.
Maybe, or maybe it'll inspire you to get up on that Bowflex so you don't have to do sit-ups anymore. You know what I mean? And then getting to know that Bowflex, maybe you'll want to go to the gym and go further. You know what I mean? Just to get off that Bowflex, because you don't want your mom helping you anymore with it, you know? And you can't assume that you need to be at the finish line before you start. Sometimes you just have to take that leap and go on that journey, no matter what. Like, darn, I just ate a lot and I didn't do my sit-ups yet. Darn it. And then it's a compromise. Do I do twice as many tomorrow just to get out of it today, or do I just do them? And it's these little steps that create who you're going to be next year, you know?
Yeah. Another thing that I I try to advocate for a lot, but I suck at it, is building a habit is something that at least for somebody with ADHD, it's something that actually helps.
It's the
So
only thing
if
that
you
eases my mind.
and it takes, what is it, 21 days to build a habit. So if I was to start this challenge that you gave me tomorrow, I'm pretty sure that I'll start seeing results by the end of
Yeah, do it for
by the
21
end of
days.
February.
I love this. And then next month we're gonna ask you how you're going. I like this.
Yeah,
I'll
good
do it.
luck with
I'll
that.
do it
I'm
too.
only gonna say this, like it's in theory it's great, but because I'm one of those people that like lack motivation, I might not be that successful. I'm going to try my hardest, but
But
I
I'm
got
gonna
you.
do
no
it. I'm
promises.
gonna do it too, and I'm gonna judge you if you don't do it. So
You know what I'm really like? I know this sounds stupid, but
I never would do that.
I low key can't wait till I start my guide dog training, because I feel like it'll be a way for me to hit the reset button on my like day-to-day structure, if that makes sense.
Absolutely.
And I think it'll help me, one, because it'll get me on a better like sleep schedule. At least I hoping and praying. But the main thing is I'm going to try to use my downtime to, make certain things that I need to make in my life a habit. So like if I'm not doing anything over there, on my downtime, instead of watching TV and doing dumb shit, I might just spend 30 minutes,
You can
doing
do both.
push-ups and lifting weights.
You can do all three, Ezra. You can get high, watch TV, and do sit-ups. I swear to God, because eventually you'll stop doing one of those three. It doesn't
It's
matter.
funny that he said this, because I legitimately, me and my brother will legit do bong rips and lift weights. So
there you go. Whatever it takes to get you to the point to where you're choosing one or the other. It's about your choice and your freedom, but don't feel judged because of the way you're shaped. Somebody loves it.
that is true. I think I've said it to you before. I prefer low key. I kind of prefer women that are a little bit thicker than most, because I don't like skinny. Skinny is it's okay, but it's not all there.
Beautiful in its own way to its own people.
Not judging anybody that's skinny. I'm just saying.
Happy. Who cares? Happy is better, right?
Yep. As long as you content with yourself, that's the only thing that matters. Like I said earlier, if they not feeding you, fucking you, or financing you, their opinions don't matter.
Well, it's this weird thing as to where instant attraction isn't the same as long-term infatuation. Like when you're with somebody, you learn to love their quirks and their differences and their uniquenesses, and then suddenly you can't do without them. So instead of looking for a long-term attraction, just think about like the one or two things that you need, and then the other things are just wants. And then you can learn to love somebody that's different, and that's awesome. That feels so good, like a year into it, to be like, I know you better than I know anybody. I've seen you poop with the door open and I still love you. Holy cow. That's more important than like this. Oh, I met you, I think you're sexy, let's go out to dinner, we're now a couple. That doesn't work. Cool. Sorry, tangent.
No, you're fine.
If I could just say really quickly, Ezric, you called me the other day when I was at the gym. So if you, or really anyone, is trying to get motivated and you feel like you need other people around to motivate you, because I was like that at first. Starting is literally the hardest part. One of the things that I do, I have an Apple Watch and I try to close my rings as many times as I can. I can't always do it every day because your girl busy, but I've been trying to make sure, because it's this weird like serotonin rush when you close all your rings.
Yeah.
And I remember the first day I did it, I felt so cool. I was like, oh my God, look, all my rings are closed. And then I just kept trying to do it again. And it almost got to a point where I didn't close my rings one day and I was kind of like irritable and I couldn't figure out why. So that might be a problem. I don't know. We're still trying to figure that out. I'm still new to this. But if you need like an accountability buddy or something and you want to get little Apple Watches and like compare our circles and like share it with each other and like call each other at the gym or me at the gym and you doing your sit-ups or something, like if anyone needs like someone just for moral support. I'm not talking about goddamn advice and shit. Like, look at me, come on. But
Mhm.
like helping somebody start, you know, if you want someone to talk to or sing you a song. Just kidding.
Ah,
Just thought I'd put that out there.
as long as you're putting it out there. I'm sure you all feel the same way. Can you tell people where they can find you on TikTok so that they can reach out?
Yeah. You were talking to me, right?
Yes, ma'am.
I just want to make sure. Okay, so you can find me on TikTok at Kai is Fly. That is KYE is Fly. Yep. That's the one.
All right. How about you, Claire?
Yeah, I'm not very good at motivating people.
You have
For
no idea
exercise,
you have no idea your influence on the blind community on TikTok, don't you?
no, I don't. Yes and no. Like I get a lot of messages every day, and
Okay.
It's for me. I just find this whole thing quite weird still.
Mm,
Like how people like, you don't know how much you've helped me, and I'm just like, oh,
yeah.
I'm just me. I'm just being me.
I know
Mhm.
Ezric brought it up earlier, but when you had that thing where somebody said you were ugly and you didn't, the way you addressed it just instantly made the community go, what the? And just like we all just surrounded you, like, I don't want to see this happen again. And we've been following you ever since as you've just been happier. And like, this is how I walk around the streets. And it's just, it's a really great adventure because you're not judgmental. I'm just Claire living my life. Hi, and it's endearing. So you do have an effect on people. Where can they find you on TikTok so that other people, new people, can see that?
I'm at can see, can't see. It's quite a
Perfect.
mouthful.
How about you, Ezra?
Well, you can obviously find me on blind_in_ny on TikTok. And then on Instagram, which, I always tell people, if you really want to talk to me, if you want to vent out your problems, I'm always here to listen. I'm not a, therapist. I'm not Jay, but, I'm always here. And my Instagram is new_Yorks_blindest. So yeah, that's me.
Okay. You're my favorite TikTokers. I mean, amongst, Shy and Jay, of course, Dave, Brittany, Caitlin, Bella, Kimberly.
Let's
Yeah,
just
why
list
did you
them all.
start this?
I
Right.
mean, Jasmine
Why did
is,
he
sorry.
just made a whole trade? Now he's like
Don't forget Daisy and Jasmine, who were in the chat for a while. So
Marie.
Marie, you can't forget Marie.
Hey, everyone watching, if he forgets your name, absolutely just obliterate him in the comment section. I'm just
Right.
kidding. I'm kidding. Don't do that.
Except for Margaret. Sorry. Okay. Anyone else? Go ahead.
So I just want to finish off because we did have such a very powerful topic and discussion. If there's I know Claire was trying to and struggling earlier, but if anybody has any advice that they can give to anybody in the blind or visually impaired community struggling with body image, struggling with self-esteem, or just struggling to get their ass into a gym, what would you say? Just any words of affirmation or any words of wisdom that you want to bestow on the public?
We're back.
Okay, well, I mean, I guess I'll go. Firstly, other people are going to notice and they are going to have shit. The way that I went about it was I'm trying to go about it as quietly as I can, but honestly now I might stop doing that because due to recent events, I feel like there are certain things that I need to speak on. So that will be a whole nother thing. But make sure you have people who you actually really trust to help motivate you or to make sure that everything is, all right upstairs. I had something that I was going to say and then it fucking left my head, but it was important. So just pretend that I said something really profound and yeah, that's the one.
Okay,
I
profundity.
totally
Boom.
get what you just said. Wow.
You guys rock.
Right. don't let people alter your thought process, right? Like people put these things into your head, and somebody taught me a comment is like a virus that can just grow and infect your brain. So like Ezric is saying, somebody goes, man, you looking fat. It's a little virus somebody put in your head, and then it has fertile ground to grow, and that's an issue. So avoid the people that put those thoughts in your head, and maybe the ones that put positive ones that grow, like a virus. I don't know. It's
Well,
a
sure.
pandemic. It's a
It's
pandemic. Sorry.
gotta stick to the theme. I like it.
Done.
I was just giving you time to regain and maybe think what you were thinking.
Right. No, I appreciate that. Yes. Um, definitely what he said. And also, if you feel like you want to make a lifestyle change, not even just with body, but literally with anything, if you feel like you want to make a change in yourself, there are going to be people who try to mess that up for you. There are going to be people who try to discourage you. I don't know why people just absolutely freaking suck. So if you feel like you have nobody that you can trust who will give you the right amount of positive and also real, contact me because I fucking got you. But if you have somebody, great. Just um find ways to do it on your own that make you happy. If you can't get to a gym, don't try to go to a gym and freak out because you can't go to a gym. Use cans of greens that you've got in your pantry, or make a little marker board, vision board. I don't know what the heck other people do
YouTube
for
home
motivation.
workouts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something,
I
you
told my
know?
friend, I said, take a step. I told him, you're going to think it's stupid, but then tomorrow don't do less. And now his Apple Watch, he's like, I just walked 6.5 miles today. I'm like, good for you. He's like, it was all at work, but I'm doing it. And I was like, yeah,
Heck
good
yeah.
for you.
Get it in
And
where you can.
his shape looks kind of the same, but he feels so much better. And that's what's important. He doesn't want to do less now.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I
That's
I always say set one goal a day. And
Mhm.
if you achieve that one goal, then you've achieved something. And if you can achieve more, then that's great. But it's baby steps. You build up to it. You can't just go full throttle. You've got to build up to it.
Mhm.
Some people can go full throttle, but for me, I have to build up for it. I have to believe in myself and push your boundaries so that you know what your boundaries are.
Yeah, definitely. I like that.
I just want to say, one, love yourself. Remember that the only, true person that really matters in this world is you. The only, real opinion that really matters in this world is your own opinion. As far as when it comes to, yourself, the only real opinion that matters is your own opinion. If you want to change something, do it for yourself, not for anybody else. If people are saying shit about you, or, just stating opinions that cause negative harm to you, maybe those are people that you don't need in your life, like Jason said. But definitely don't let that phase you. Let that motivate you to become a better you. And don't let your disability stop you. Do not let the fact that you can't go to the gym stop you. Like I said, if you really want to go to the gym, and you know it's a challenge, fight with the gym, and make sure they give you that assistance that we were talking about, because you deserve it, just like we all deserve a right to physical fitness.
Get comfortable with embarrassment. I did. I find it inwardly funny, and it's part of my outward personality, is that I'm embarrassed but hiding it in this unique sarcastic way.
I like that.
Hmm. I like what Ezric said.
I felt like it was scattered, but I try.
You do. That's what I love about you, Ezric. You're totally genuine. How does that make you feel?
Save the therapizing for Jay,
Okay.
which I hope he's doing okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I hope so too. Sorry, it's not my conversation.
No, same.
So I'm just kind of curious, more TikTok talk, you know what I mean? Like, what are the type of things that you see going on? What kind of things do you think should be addressed more? Like, Claire, what do you think would benefit the conversation for disabled people to be entered into the conversation?
I wish TikTok would make it more accessible,
Yeah.
make our lives easier.
In what
Yeah,
way?
I don't understand how you managed to be on live for so long and not get like, I get irritated. One, because of the simple fact that I can never get my voiceover to work and read the comments properly.
I think it's, I don't know if it's a country thing or just phones. I don't know. So I don't know if any of you follow Blind Press, but she was like, oh great, lives are now accessible with voiceover, and because you could never end a live, it wouldn't read those buttons out. And I was like, I haven't got that. And she said, oh, I think she's in Canada. She's like, oh, maybe it's just a Canadian thing. So
but
I have
then
to
she put out another video talking about how like it doesn't work anymore. So I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe
they
then
took it away, and it was just like, but I have to stick blue tack on my phone so I know where to. So when I turn voiceover off, where to press the end and then where to press OK. Otherwise, I've got no idea what I'm doing on the screen. And then reading the comments, I just get thumbache. I'm like, oh.
I just get irritated and I just close the app and just go, okay, it'll end live on its own.
Yeah, I mean, I'm yet to do an Instagram live. The first
you'll like
few
it
times
better. You'll like it better, trust me.
Is it easier?
It is so much easier. It is so much easier. Like, I kid you not. Like, there is a reason, like, there's two reasons why I prefer going live on Instagram. The main one being the simple fact that it's more accessible, but the second one being they're not as Instagram isn't as sensitive as TikTok. So like your TikTok won't your live won't get banned or reported for like the dumbest shit. Like, legitimately, the only time I ever get my live streams taken down on Instagram is if I'm listening to music and my music is a little bit too loud and it's because of copyright strikes.
Right.
Which I totally get it. It's, it's because these celebrities put out, their music and they don't want their music being, I don't know, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
But the fact that I can't even like make the sound of me smoking is like annoying to me. So I don't even bother with TikTok live. I'm just like, whatever, fuck this. I'm not trying to get banned over the dumbest shit.
Yeah, it's frustrating. It really is. And they need to change that. And obviously for the low vision community, if they made the font bigger, it would make it so much more accessible for them. I mean, that wouldn't make a difference for me because I still wouldn't be able to read it. But, you're at least going to give a portion of the community a chance to be able to do it. So
the funny thing is, I think we've been asking for larger font for years, and it doesn't even have to do with just the live streams. It's the messaging sucks ass. Reading the comments, like, I always find myself either using Zoom or I just suck it up and use VoiceOver and then use Zoom to type out the message.
Yeah.
What I wish is that they would turn all of these accessibilities on in the initial setup of things and let the people that can turn it off instead of making me search for the option to turn it on, because I never find those
exactly
things. I don't think I have Q&A yet because I still don't know how to find it.
I'm sure it's the same way it was before. If you want to, I'll try to walk you through it later on. But honestly, I hate the way they've just
updated. Changed.
Yeah, I hate the way they
changed all the menus again, and it's like when you go to a supermarket and they change the layout. You're just like, for God's sake, I just learned where everything was.
Right,
and now
my
you've
entire
changed
life is tipped over because you changed your menu.
Exactly. Like, oh,
can I just say the way they updated the Q&A feature is annoying and stupid as fuck. because
Yeah,
now
isn't it just like loads of random people's
yes,
questions
yes,
that you've got?
there's no questions from like your actual followers. Like if you get those, you have to get those in your notifications. And
yeah.
Oh,
I'm so over the way they're fucking it up. They're just making it worse and worse by the minute.
And all the jewels that they keep having. And that's one thing I disagree with strongly, is the begging of the money in these jewels, like, oh, send me gifts. It's,
oh no.
to me, that
I
really
learned
hits a
why
nerve.
some people do that. It's one, some people actually get like, what's the word? With their with the TikTok Creator Fund, they actually do get money from that. But another thing is, I don't know if you guys heard of TikTok Promotes, right?
Yeah.
Which is the feature to like, give your video like a 2-day boost of views, which I've thought about doing, and I looked into it, and I think it costs approximately like $30-50, somewhere around there, to promote a video for 2 days. Which
should we start talking about Tinder?
Okay. Moving on.
Is there a gold membership for TikTok now?
I don't know.
I just feel though, with those dual battles where they're asking for people to gift, you've got a lot of people with mental health problems out there who, could be on an up day and like, oh yeah, I'm going to send you all the money I have in the world. And then the next day, the realization is that they can't afford to feed themselves for the week.
Yeah.
But it made them feel good gifting someone at that moment in time. And now they're going to be in this cycle of depression. And that is something that I'm just so strongly against.
Okay, I see
but
what you
then
mean.
I'm a bit of a hypocrite, because people do send me gifts in my live because I don't know how to turn it off, because of the menu is too complicated.
I understand. If there's a way to give people money, there's a way to take advantage of it, and that's a scary thing.
If let's say if you were to get gifts, and all those gifts add up to like a certain amount of coins, and those coins you could use to promote your video. So it does have its benefits. You know what I mean? Like for those that are actually trying to produce meaningful content and struggle with a means of income, I think it does benefit. But those that are actually like really abusing it and taking advantage of those that actually don't really have it like that, I totally get it.
It feels like a carrot on a stick to me, something you'll never quite get but always want.
What is that?
Get
like
enough
soap on a rope?
Get enough gifts and you can do this. Oh, but you got enough, but we increased it. You need to get 2 more than you have. Sorry, the month ran out. You have to start over. It's always going to be this. You can't quite get enough to do what you want, but you can get enough to feed the system.
See, I feel like if you would have said carrot on a string, my brain would have gotten it. I'm not saying that you said the wrong phrase. You probably said it right, but my brain just thought of like a carrot like on a fucking stick. And I was like, what? But
sorry.
Okay.
It's carrot or stick. Yeah, you're right. Carrot on a string. You actually are right.
Oh.
Can I just say something? The imagery of a carrot on a stick is kind of appalling.
I'll hit you with my carrot stick, bro.
No. That is not what we're gonna do.
We're not gonna do inspirations beyond Jason's carrot stick. That's not what we're doing today.
Whoa, let's back up the euphemisms to something G-rated and move forward again.
No. You know what? No. We're moving away from being G-rated. We're going all the way to rated R, because now I definitely have to ask Claire this.
Oh no.
I knew this was coming. I knew this was going to be coming.
Yeah, we all.
Public Access America is unaffiliated with this next question and or comment.
Unsubscribe might be. Let's figure it out.
The bidding war.
I just have to ask, Claire, what was your initial reaction when I made the Rick the Stick video?
It made me laugh, but do you know what I couldn't get out of my head was the lifted and gifted bit.
Oh my God.
I was just like, oh God. Like in my head, I can't even tell you the image I had in my head. I'm just like lifted and gifted. Yeah.
Did you see my comment?
No, I did not see it.
Okay, well.
Blind joke, Kai. Blind joke.
I know it. I know
Oh,
it.
okay.
I didn't have anything to say to that because I was like, all right, you got me.
My face hurts.
It's killing me. Oh,
Bum. Damn, she beat me to it.
Ah.
Wow.
Look at me go.
I guess I got to take my Provigen or Privigen or whatever brain
Private.
supplement. What? Previgen? Yes. Previgen.
That's the one. But yeah, I had thought the same thing. I was like, why would you say lifted and gifted on a video where you're talking about rape the steak? Why would
Listen,
you do that?
I didn't.
Why
The
would
funny
you-
thing is, Jay said something too, and I
Oh,
was
so
like,
we're all
what?
just a bunch of pervs. I love
Yeah,
that.
and for some weird reason, my brain couldn't figure it out for the longest until Kai broke it down and was like, yeah.
I remember breaking it down on the phone for you. That was fun. Also, that sounded really weird. But
Yeah, you really broke it down.
okay, you know what? Why don't you shut the fuck up?
All of
Make
it
me,
solves the
bitch.
carrot
Let
stick
me stop.
problem. I love it.
Oh God, it's not even IBD after dark, and I'm acting as if it is.
You're listening to Unsubscribe with Kai.
Oh, that reminds me. If I could get this out of the way really quickly. Most of you know, but some of you do not. At the end of every episode, it is tradition that we all end each episode with a joke. So Claire, as the guest of honor, would you like to go first or would you like to go last if you want time to think of a joke? It doesn't have to be a good joke. Literally just any joke will do.
I don't know any joke. Oh,
I know you know all the jokes until she asks that question.
I'm not very good with jokes. My joke is a visual joke, so it's kind of pointless.
That's even better. The irony is always awesome.
Like it seriously is. That's my party joke. Is I'll try and do it. I've got my iPad between my legs. Like, here we go. I don't know if I'm going to be in frame. I have no idea. But
Yep, you are. I got you.
what's this?
What? What is it?
A pea on a fork. See, to me, it's hilarious. But no one's gonna know what I'm laughing at.
Oh, we have video of it on.
That's
Yeah.
look at the video of that joke. It's cute. It's funny.
I'm sure Jason will save it and send it to you so you can post it on TikTok too.
Yeah, or just send me like a picture and I'll make it the cover art for the episode or something. Like we'll figure it out. We'll figure it
You
out.
have it. You have it. I love it.
Yeah, that's my joke.
I love it.
I got a joke.
What's your joke?
Two blind guys walk into a bar. God damn it, move the bar.
Oh my god.
You
All right,
didn't, you
Ezra,
said
you're
they
up.
didn't have to be good.
Hey, you're right. I know. That's why I didn't say anything. I'm happy you contributed.
You know mine are always raunchy, so you better strap in.
Jesus fucking Christ. Strap in and strap on. Let's go.
Oh, I was just about to say, strap on? Huh?
Strap on.
Why'd you make it a jingle? What the fuck was that?
What is it? Strap
Lifted
in,
and gifted.
strap
Strapped
on.
on.
Strap in, strap on.
Oh, are you talking
The
about clap
strapper.
on, clap off?
Clapper.
Yeah, that's what he was trying to do, but he made it strap on.
I
Which
didn't
I
realize
also
it.
like. I enjoy
I'm-
that.
I didn't realize I made it that.
I'm sure you do enjoy that. Now let me stop.
Okay, you know what? Tell your fucking joke.
Okay, what's the benefit of sleeping with a homeless person?
What?
When you're done with them, leave them anywhere.
Oh my fucking god. Jesus, Harold Christ.
East Coast humor. Did that translate across the pond?
Yeah,
Checking in
that's
with
just
Claire.
bad.
Okay.
I know it's bad.
Awesome.
Well, the last one I told, what was it?
No.
No, not that one. I'm not going to tell the Kermit
Okay,
one.
thank
The
you.
last homeless person I told it to thought it was hilarious after I gave
No,
him a
no.
quarter.
The last joke I said was, what does a condom and a gold digger have in common? In common.
In condom.
What does a condom and a gold digger have in common?
There we go.
No
And the
idea.
answer is
They both spend more time in your wallet than on your dick.
oh.
I don't get that. That's going to take
Yeah.
me a while. Hang on.
It's a real thinker. I wonder.
Okay, I'll break it down.
Do you walk around New York throwing quarters at homeless people and telling them bad jokes? Because that
No,
could be like a thing. That would be a TikTok I would love to see.
No, God.
no,
Jesus.
no.
Ezric the entertainer telling homeless jokes to homeless people. I think it might work.
No. I think I'd get hurt. I would get hurt.
Yeah.
We no.
Okay,
Listen.
I've just got the joke.
That's what I was doing, giving Claire that opportunity. With
Love
that
it, love
being-
it.
Yeah,
Oh, I did tell you I'm not the brightest tool in the box.
right.
I
don't
like my
think any
tools
of us
nice and
are.
bright.
Kai.
I mean, the sharpest tool in the box. Oh, God.
I love you so much.
Oh, dear.
I love
It's
all
late
you guys.
Here. It is late here.
But that's all right because it still sounded amazing with your accent. That's
Exactly.
For real,
Everything you say
for
sounds so
real.
lovely.
it does.
Oh,
I have
wait.
a- we're gonna
Oh,
end
sorry.
with this phone book. I want you to read real quick.
Yeah, see, if you
Sorry.
are on my podcast and you read from like a book or a box or something, that'll be fine with me. I will be fully
Mhm.
interested in whatever it is.
It'll just
The
be
amount
voice
of
to text.
people that comment on the video saying, oh, I love your voice. I would love you to read to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm blind. Can't.
That's so funny. It'll be voice to text. What Siri
Alright.
tone do you want?
Speaking of voice to text, what does everybody think of Disembodied Voice Guy's little rap?
I love him. I love him and I love his rap and I love him.
I haven't heard it.
I don't know
Well, we
who
have
that
to send
is.
Okay, so
yeah, you realize I'm the only one who calls him disembodied
yeah, I
voice
know.
guy.
Okay, so
Oh, inside jokes here on Inspiration. I mean, unsubscribe. I mean, public. Where are
That's
we?
the one. Yep,
wherever.
yep.
Okay, so Claire, there's a guy who's a blind voice actor out here in America, and he's on TikTok. His name is, I believe, Pete Gustin or Pete Gustin. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's Pete Gustin, and he's a voice actor. Like he does like all the readings for like the commercials and the movie trailers and stuff like that. So he did a little video recently where he made like a whole song about text to speech, trying to teach people how blind people read comments. And it really caught on, and we'll definitely put it in the group chat so you can see it later.
Oh, cool. I'll have to check him out.
But Kai calls him Disembodied Voice Guy. I don't know why. I don't know where it came from, but yeah.
Well, I used to call myself on my podcast your sexiest disembodied voice or just something stupid. And because he's also like a voice, like whatever the name of his occupation is, I can't think of it right now. I was like, we're just disembodied voices. But Claire, will you please do me a tiny favor?
Mm-hmm.
Could I get one sentence in your best American accent?
Yeah. Okay. What? I was trying to do this for my friend the other day and I can't because I just laugh. Right. Give me something to say because otherwise I'll laugh.
Love this ranch sauce.
First of all, Americans don't say ranch sauce. So let's at least keep it realistic.
Yeah, we just say I
Okay,
love this
all right.
ranch. We never say
This
Right.
ranch slaps. I don't know.
Ranch slaps.
no. You know
Okay.
what? Make her say two frogs fucking.
Hell no. I'm not
I'm
gonna do
gonna
that to
mute
her.
myself right now.
Right. Here we go. Oh my God, guys, this ranch is out of this world.
I love it. That's the first and last thing that anyone's gonna hear on my podcast ever. Thank you so much.
It was
I just have
perfect,
to
by the way.
ask: was
That
my
good.
attempt at a British accent awful? I felt like it was atrocious.
Did you do one?
Yeah, on the video that the
Yeah.
Rick the Stick video towards the
Oh,
end, I
that's
did.
right.
It
That's
sounded
right.
like a Colombian that grew up in the Middle East that moved to India. You know.
Yo, speaking of Colombians, there's a Colombian girl in the UK that like loves to like talk about how people look at her and expect her to speak like, you know, like a Spanish person. And then when she speaks like a perfect British person, they're like confused.
It's
The
funny.
UK is huge.
It
I mean,
is.
the UK is huge. People use that British accent in India, in Australia, in Canada, and
It's all them
Tornado.
commonwealths, buddy. You're just naming commonwealths. Just saying.
I don't know what I'm with Claire. I don't know what a commonwealth
No.
is.
I have no idea.
Mm-mm.
Modern colonization. That's all I can say.
Ah, okay.
I'm bored.
Critical race
lost.
theory. Let's move on.
God.
Don't wear a mask. Wear a mask. I don't care.
Dear Jesus, I can't with this.
Did you see the new Travelocity? I'm sorry, I'm off script. Did you see the new Travelocity commercial? It's like a whole take on
No, 'cause I'm
conspiracy
blind.
theorists. I had to get so close to see it, but this guy's like Travelocity plays the role of deep state, and his mother-in-law is like, "Open your eyes, they're lying to you." And he's like, "Who? Travelocity?" And she just gets so mad. It's so funny to me.
Nope, didn't see that one. The one that I
Nope.
keep seeing is the True Vago commercials, and I'm like, I don't care.
Oh.
Who the fuck is going on vacations right now?
Me?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
we're too.
yeah.
Well-
You're coming on vacations to New York and not telling people that you're coming.
Right?
You know,
Based on this conversation alone, I can't dispute her logic.
Yeah, I will be back in New York this year, so I will let you know.
okay. This time she'll let me know.
Yeah.
So you've been there before and you're going back?
Yeah, New York is one of the places, like New York and Vegas is somewhere that I go every
Ooh.
year.
Wow, I love Las Vegas. Well, I did love Las Vegas 20 years ago. I haven't been there in a while since I lost my sight.
Oh, it's one of my favorite places ever.
Because of the sounds?
I just love the whole atmosphere.
Okay. That would seem overwhelming to me without sight.
Same. For me,
so I'm kinda
you know what it
curious.
is? I don't like crowds, so I know this is coming from a New Yorker, but I don't like crowds, so Vegas would just overwhelm me and drive me nuts.
Unless you could pay attention to something else. What is it about Vegas you like? What do you do when you're there?
Every time I've been, I've had like the most awesome time. Normally when I go with my girlfriends, and during the day we're just like laying by the pool drinking, and then we just
Yeah.
go out and party all night.
That's the American experience. I mean, New York is hustle and bustle. It's like a fake American. But yeah, Las Vegas is more
Fuck
like
you.
like Kai and in Kentucky or me in Florida. It's all like
Yeah.
Las Vegas. New York is the weird place that isn't. Just to
See,
let
I've
you know.
been to Florida and I've been to Kentucky as well.
And it's the
Really?
same thing,
What the
right?
hell
It's
did you do in
all like
Kentucky.
Well, I walked over a bridge from Ohio to Kentucky. That's the part
Oh,
of Kentucky
man.
I saw. I ate in a bar, I ate some chicken wings, and then I walked back over the bridge to Ohio.
Well, if you've been to Ohio, you know I'm lying. I don't have to go on. It's not all like Las Vegas. There's places
Right.
like Ohio.
That should be their like sign, their slogan. There's places like Ohio.
I liked it. I thought, it was, well, the bit I saw for the few hours I was there. But the reason I went there, and I can't believe I'm going to share this with people because I'll get slated, is I was a huge 98 Degrees fan. And Nick Lachey does the voiceover on their tram systems. And I was like, I've got to go on the tram just to listen to
Really?
Nick Lachey's voice. Yeah, that's
I
how sad I
respect
am.
that fully. No, that is amazing. And I love every second of that.
Yeah. There's worse crushes to have than Nick Lachey.
I've got
I'll say.
issues. I've got issues.
No, that's great. If Adam Young
Michael
voiced
Rappaport
anything,
talks in New York City subways.
Oh my
This is
God.
all we get. We get Michael Rappaport, Jadakiss, and a bunch of like dumb New York celebrities that don't mean shit.
damn,
It's
shots fired.
terrible. Your bus is coming. What?
Nah, Jadakiss is the one that scares me because Jadakiss does that little laugh that he does in every song right before he gives his little announcement. And I swear to God, every time, I swear I think a homeless guy is like sneaking up on me. So he is, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh, if I was gonna visit the UK, where would I go? Wait, are you UK? Are you England? Or where are you?
Yeah, I'm not far from London. It depends
Okay.
what you'd want to see when you were over here. I get asked that so much. It's like, well, what are you into?
I want to
Because
sit in good restaurants and listen to the world go by. That's what I want.
they're everywhere, like good restaurants. It's not just in the main cities or London. There's good restaurants everywhere. But I guess London being the capital, you would probably go there.
Okay.
It's pretty cool places.
feel like if I was to travel anywhere, I just want it to be a city, or definitely a city, but a place that has a reasonable public transportation system, because I hate relying on people. I hate
Yeah.
Uber. I hate having to ask people for rides. Sorry, Kai. Sorry, Jason. Sorry.
I don't mind it on vacation. It's all pre-planned that way. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
No, but then there's all, now you have more cost to it, because now you're spending more
Right.
money.
That's
Whereas
right.
opposed to, like, if you were to visit, I don't know, Chicago, all you have to really worry about is now what, your venture card and how much you put on it.
I got you.
You know,
I don't vacation
whereas
alone. That's for sure.
exactly.
Mm-mm.
So I really love how, Claire was talking about how New York is one of, the better cities to be in for somebody who's blind. Because yes, that's what I'm kind of trying to like preach, but not many people are getting it. And it's because, one, unfortunately, because I don't have the help that I wish I had. I don't make as many videos about being like a legit blind New Yorker and talking about how I can legitimately walk out my house and walk to maybe a block and a half and go to the store and get headphones, a soda, and a bag of chips and a charger. Not everybody has that luxury. And I think for us that are people who can't see and don't really like, I know for a fact, none of us like relying on people. Like, yes, we have to. Do we like it? Hell no. So being in a city like New York, Chicago, Boston, San Francisco, San Diego, Los Angeles, Las Vegas, London, cities like that, I feel like it's so much easier because it gives you a much added level of independence that is definitely much needed.
Can't get the vision of Ezric out of my head in San Francisco trying to chase down a trolley that's going like at a 45-degree angle downhill.
No, but I can give you the image of me standing in a trolley station in Philly getting frustrated at every trolley passing by, but not the one I need.
Wow.
I could give you that image.
That's tough. Like in Chicago, they call them different colored lines, yellow, red, blue, but there's no description on the outer bus. It's just a white light. And so it's really weird. You got to jump into it. And then when it goes, it's like you're on the purple line. And I'm like, oh no. So transportation is real interesting. What makes it accessible, Claire? What makes transportation accessible for you?
For me, that I've been traveling to New York for the last 20 years. I've been there more times than I've probably been to my local town centre. And I remember where I'm going, and most of the time I walk wherever I'm going over there. But I know most of the subway places because I go to the same kind of places. Like every time I go with someone new, and they're like, I want to go here, I want to go there. I'm like, okay, here we go again. So it's kind of, I've memorized it. That's how that's how it's accessible to me, is because I just remember where I'm going.
I get that consistency.
Yeah. It's funny that you say that, because I saw a video of you showing how you like maneuver. I guess you guys call it the tube.
Yeah.
In London, and one thing that I saw you doing that I don't do, and is kind of the reason why I got the Orcam, is I saw you using the seeing AI to help you read the signs. I don't even read the signs in New York City. What I do is it's mostly memory and the occasional me having to suck it up and ask people for help.
Yeah.
And, I find it, one, fascinating that you can actually manage to like put up your camera and find where the signs are, because that's one struggle I would have in general. That's kind of why I got the Orcam, because I feel like the Orcam will pick up on the text before I even acknowledge it being there. And if it doesn't, I know more or less where those signs should be. Because, when I did have better vision, I knew, I remembered where they were.
Could we lower those a little bit and make the print a little bigger and bolder?
Yeah.
You know, like that.
But
would
you know
help
what I
me.
found with New York is, I mean, we went to Long Island and I was with a friend who is fully sighted and she struggled with the signs. She was like, I've got no idea where we're going. There's just no
Mhm.
signs anywhere. But yet on our London Underground, you cannot move any direction without there being some form of sign. So I know just by holding it up, I'm going to catch something. But we were walking through Penn Station and we were just like, where do we go? Like, we know what train we've got to get, but we have no idea where we're going.
Right.
And the
I
same
totally
with
felt that.
Port Authority. Oh my God, that place is just like a maze.
I just got lost over there Wednesday night, last Wednesday night. I was coming back from Rhode Island and I was trying to get home and I couldn't find the subway that I needed. And I spent like I want to say 10, 15 minutes looping around these stairs, looking for the stairs that I wanted and couldn't find it until somebody finally came across and was like, do you need help? And I was like, yes, I do. But in that thought process, I was like, damn, if only I had, my Orcam or my, I did have my phone, but I still feel weird, like aiming up my phone at stuff. Even now with the Orcam, I was talking to Kai about how I feel like people must feel uncomfortable seeing this little camera that's attached to my glasses, looking at them. And then the worst part is it occasionally, when it takes a picture, it hits you with flash. So I can only imagine, like, if I'm walking down a hallway and there's a homeless guy and he sees the camera and it accidentally flashes a picture of him, I can only imagine the reaction that I would get. And that is so anxiety filled, but
it's funny though you say that. Like, I don't know if you saw the video I did where I was walking down a really busy street in London.
Yes.
And the amount of people who didn't see my cane. And I now think to myself, like, people don't care what you're doing. They're not looking at you. If they can't see my massive white cane sweeping across the street, they're not going to see me walking around holding my phone up. They're not going to see your Orcam. They've got no interest in what you're doing. All they care about is what they're doing and where they're going.
Right.
That is true. That is true. But
the people that are paying attention to you are paying attention to everyone's vulnerability.
Exactly.
The real thing is they're not even paying attention to us. It's the stupidest thing. They're paying attention to their phones.
Absolutely. Like, I mean, you couldn't see it on that video, but my friend was saying the majority of people that were tripping were looking at their phones.
Is that what,
and that's not just because
you show the feet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she was saying most of them had their phones, and that's not just because they're in London and they're using a map. You go anywhere, and majority of people are looking nose down on their phones.
Listen, I go to where I attended college and plan to go back. It's in the middle of Tribeca. It's like right in the financial district, right by the World Trade Center. That area. And it's super busy. And one thing I've always noticed is the amount of people just walking like zombies. They're like mindless zombies, just attached, with their faces attached to their phones. And then they'll trip over my cane, look at me as if I was supposed to do something about it.
Yeah.
And it's like, you're the one with sight last time I checked. You can easily look up from that phone and go, oh, there's a blind man.
Yeah.
Let me move 2 steps to the left so I don't trip over his cane and disturb him in his journey. Another thing I hate is when people rush past you. Like, I'll be standing on the subway and my cane will be, like 2 feet out in front of me, or like a foot out in front of me. And because somebody's rushing to get off the train, they'll rush past me, kicking the cane up in the air and not even like apologizing. And the funniest thing is I've gotten so like accustomed to this that I don't really say much. But I was on the subway one time and it happened. And this one lady just yelled back at the man and was like, what the fuck? And I'm just sitting here. I'm like, it's not that big of a deal. But in reality, it kind of is, because what if they break your cane in that instant? And I've had it happen. And it's irritating,
Yeah. No, I had someone stand on my cane and break it. It's not good.
And the worst is they don't even realize what they've done. They're just like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And they'll go on about their day. It's not like they're thinking, damn, how the fuck is this person going to get home now?
No, they don't care.
No. Like I want to I want the day that when somebody breaks my cane, they go, hold on. Oh my God, are you okay? Is there a way that I can help you get a new one? Where are you trying to get to? Can I at least help you get there safely? I want that to happen. If they do that, oh my God, I swear to God, I will turn around, and if I have money on me that day, I will give them $20 just to thank them for being an actual person. I know this is sad, but
it's true though, isn't it?
Yeah. Stop with the orgasms.
Never. I'll never stop.
Over here whispering, de Blasio.
Give it a little rub. Okay, anyway. Yeah, no, it was an awkward silence, so I had to make it worse. Sorry. It wasn't an awkward silence. It was literally a peaceful silence, and I just felt like I needed to disturb it because that's what I do.
I had a mouthful of meatball. Sorry. I'm just trying to eat my dinner.
Hey, get it where you can, man. But I think this would be a good time for us to stop the recording. We've been at this. Wow, I'm so sorry. We have been at this for like 2 hours. I promise I don't do that on purpose. I don't even realize it. It's not good. Anyway, shut the fuck up.
Bloody fucking liar.
See, that was good. That was good.
Hey, there you go. Look at that. I'm proud of you, dude.
I try, you know, here and there.
And then he went and fucked it up. All right. So I don't know where Jason went. If he wants to do like an outro or something, but I'll go. Wait, no, I already did mine. Well,
yeah, you did with the jokes and shit.
Yeah, so I'm done. I'm done here.
I'm Kai, and I've made my peace.
Nope, that's how we're ending it. That's how we're ending my episode.
Sorry, I'm coming. I'm here. Sorry, what?
That's what he said.
Well, I hope if you're coming, you know, you're doing it in a safe place.
Is there a dangerous place to do it?
Access America. Sorry.
That was very exciting.
Jesus.
That was a great show. You guys are amazing. Thank you.
No, thank you guys. One, Claire, thank you so much for coming on and doing this. I know, one, it's not an easy topic, and two, it wasn't a fun, joyful, like goofy topic as I'm sure you were hoping for.
No, it was fine.
We took a lot of your time. I appreciate the honesty in it.
More than welcome. Thanks for having me.
And I'm sure Jason's going to tell you, and I'm definitely going to tell you myself, you're always welcome to come back. And if there's anything you want to talk about, you know, you can always hit one of us up and tell us, hey, there's this video circulating on TikTok and I want to talk about it. Let's go.
Yeah. Welcome to the family.
Oh, thanks. No, I've had fun.
Nice. Thank you. Well, let us know when you enjoy the podcast portion of this, the way it's edited. It tends to sound better in post-production than the chaos, assumes. So bear with us there.
Okay.
But I just want to say
we do want to address and advocate for disabled rights. So if you can help, that'd be great.
Absolutely. Let me know when you've done it, and then I can share it with my followers so they can all go listen.
You got it.
Jason, I just want to say sorry. For some reason, like every now and again when I would pull away from the phone, it would go on speaker. So to both you and Kai, good luck. I'm sorry.
You're good.
I tried to minimize it as much as possible, but it did happen like maybe once or twice or thrice.
That's cool. We'll work on it. It's a process. It's a journey. Once you get it perfect, you get bored and move on to something else. So I'm glad you're still working on it. And Kai and
don't worry, next week I'll get headphones.
So Kai, I want it to be eye candy with Ezric the Entertainer, but Ezric thinks it should be eargasms with Ezric.
Ooh, damn. I don't know. See, I gotta be honest. I like orgasms with Ezric. I do.
Thank you for being here, Claire. Unless you have an opinion, you're free to go or stay. We love you, but I don't want to hold you in.
If you don't mind my chewing, I'm more than happy to stick around. I'm quite enjoying the
He
entertainment.
might. He might. I
Yay.
don't.
No, I don't. I had my chicken wings when we started.
Bloody fucking hell! This motherfucker.
Hey, he's not the one who had to sit there and edit that shit.
Right. No, I didn't take that part, did I?
No, but hey, you know what? It's yours if you want it.
See, that's the little ways we're family. Kai knows. I'll take that part. I'll take it.
Hell yeah. It's like a little buffet around here. It's an
Yeah.
audio buffet, the best kind. You
Well,
don't feel shame after.
we all cover things in our unique way. You know, the conversations are what matter, but what we highlight sometimes is based on our podcasts is all.
Yeah, ain't that the truth?
Yeah. I'm way more in your face about disabilities, you know.
That's a fucking fact. Yeah. I wondered, I was like, is he gonna be offended that I kind of take the more subtle route and kind of do a little bip?
I love it. People that find me like irritating fall to you. You know what I mean? And I'm like, that's cool. That's perfect. At least they're landing somewhere of reason, you know?
Sure. People who don't think I'm serious enough, which is totally valid, are like, I'm gonna head over to IBD and see what the real deal is. I don't want to hear
Right?
about nipples all day. And I'm like, you don't want to hear about nipples all day? The fuck is wrong with you?
Ezric's nipples specifically? Come on.
Dear God. Now I have to ask.
No. Oh,
What do
nipples.
I have to
Oh my
offer? That's the bigger question. What do I have to offer?
Oh man, your perspective
Nipples.
is awesome. Yeah,
Why he lying?
those deep chocolate brown nipples of yours.
That's why we have you here.
Dear
You
Jesus.
have a really great perspective. You know what I mean? No, honestly, you're one of my favorite personalities, just the way you've grown. I keep telling you that. I don't know what you offer, but I know that whatever it is you offer will be unique and different from what other people are offering, and that's what I like. Like Claire's amazing. If she was the Claire and Kai show, it would be more amazing. You know what I mean?
It'd be well funny.
I
Oh my,
love
that will you be my co-host? I feel like the Claire
Anytime.
and Kai show would be fucking hilarious.
It would
It's-
be.
it's two great voices, and that's what makes a podcast.
Oh, I
Everything
love
And two
else
very
is-
funny people.
Yeah, hilarious.
Heck yeah. Global approval right there, man.
The only thing is, I feel like Claire is going to be offended with the amount of times Kai says, to be fair.
To be fair. Okay, but like also I'll be offended whenever she calls cookies biscuits or something, and I'll have to get past that. So
I'm so mad at the French for that, because I think at one point there was a cookie and some guy was like, this cookie's amazing. And everybody was like, I love a cookie. And then the French guy was like, but I put chocolate chips in mine. And everybody were like, that's better. But what about the poor guy that invented the actual cookie? You know what I mean?
I think
Cookies. I thought
cookie's a
the word
stupid word
cookie
anyway.
came from Danish.
Maybe.
Just call it
See,
a fucking
I don't
bakey.
think about anything like that. I just shove it in my mouth.
I can too. I love that.
Yeah, unless it's a no-bake cookie, then you can call it a cookie. But
Ah.
you should not call cookies cookies because you don't fucking cook them. It is astronomical.
Okay.
So they should be called bakies.
They should be called bakies, honestly.
Oh, because you don't cook them, you bake them. Now I
But
get it.
my favorite thing I've ever heard is muffins spelled backwards is what you want to do when you take them out of the oven. Best thing I've ever heard.
Sniff them.
Oh, it took me a minute to
Wow.
think that.
They really
See, I'm
put
not-
thought into words in the 1950s, didn't they?
Ezric, I've got one for you that you'll appreciate, but I'll have to tell you that one later.
Bro, we're not even live, are we?
No.
Oh, you have to group share it now.
Oh my God. I'm so sorry. Thank you for listening to this. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Okay, we're not live. Wait.